back to our festival special, and today with some industry experts we are discussing some of the key trends driving festival advertising. Anita, sticking to this entire festival, marrying the World Cup, marrying an exciting World Cup cricketing season, can you tell us what has been the contribution of the World Cup to the festive advertising?
So I'll be very honest, if I think at an overall level, what we would look at in terms of the monies that actually World Cup will pull in, my estimation will be around 2,500 to 3,500 CR. I don't see it happening more, though you'll hear numbers of 4,500 and upwards, but I'll be very honest. I think a realistic number will be in and around that much. And like I said, if I've moved my advertising dollars into getting my advertisers or my clients to spend more on World Cup, then the choice on the GECs have relatively got compromised because of that. So the kitty remaining the same. There is momentum. It's a great opportunity, but for, let's say, if I was sitting in the Disney Hotstar position, he has a Star Plus to also sell as well as sports. So he's obviously facing the pressure saying something's going away from there. So cannibalization on spends are happening for them as a network. So I do see that as a challenge.
Yeah. Mohit, at length we discussed how, advertisers are cautiously optimistic. You could have expected larger, higher, much better spends from, these advertisers. But on the other end, we are seeing how consumers, like many reports are in fact hinting towards how consumers are spending more this Diwali as compared to like the past 2-3 years. So tell us, how are then advertisers corresponding to this?
So, there's a very unique phenomena about, the word, this word I learned yesterday in the MAD quiz. It's called web rooming. Now, web rooming means that you are going to the store and you are at the same time checking the stuff there, but you're going online and checking the rates over there. And so there is a very, very hybrid shopping that is happening this year and this was not something that was happening pre-COVID because we were not so online savvy at that point in time. So 55% consumers say that they would shop online and offline both, while 45% say that they'll shop only online. And given the importance of online shopping, a lot of monies are going behind e-commerce advertising. So, we have clients who've put in significant amount of money, close to about 20-25% of their money is behind e-com advertising. Advertising on the e-com platform. So it's a very unique thing because initially pre-COVID, the entire buzz was on ground, and hence digital was also not so evolved. So it was the television that was ruling the roost and leading with advertising. But now in the new context where digital has already overtaken television in terms of absolute spends last year, we are very different way of spending money for our clients. And that's where I'm saying the importance of e-commerce platforms is coming into play. Online is very critical, and television, because cricket is happening, obviously is important, but not all clients can be around cricket. There is a lot of buzz happening outside cricket, and clients are trying to take the advantage of that. And as Anita was saying, hence, given the monies are limited, the monies that are going behind the regular GCs get reduced. So a lot is happening in terms of the shifts of monies from television to digital to e-commerce, and it's not something that we've seen in the past.
And yeah, some of these e-commerce platforms have their own simultaneous festivals running around the festival season. Rathi, you wanted to add something to
so
Mohit.
In fact, I think for me, when you look at Diwali and the festive season, right? Keep TV, World Cup aside, but for me, marketplaces and e-commerce is the first barometer to tell you that actually how is the consumer sentiment, right? And if you were to talk to any of the marketplaces, they will tell you that they've grown by 2x times. Forget the marketplaces, even Q-commerce, they're talking about 4x growth. Might be a small base, but they're definitely talking about growth. Interesting trends like new categories are using e-commerce to build and sell, the entire shopping experience. Take e-scooters, for instance, right? That entire space, if you look at it, we were studying one for one of our clients, and we looked at the kind of work that they're doing from building a brand to creating a shopping experience and selling on the market space, right? So for me, these are interesting trends that are developing, and it just negates probably what's happening in the gaming space, right? But there are new offshoots coming up, and e-commerce for me is a very good barometer.
Yeah, so and also, this year started with this entire buzz around AI and generative AI. Yeah. So much has been discussed, globally, in India. Shekhar, over to you. How has AI contributed to this festival season?
First of all, my commentary on AI as such, and then I'll let me, Shibani, come to usage of festive, and please pardon me for being having a very different opinion about this. According to me, most of the AI work that we are seeing, they are not AI. It is artificial. There is a lot of intelligence. The intelligence part is missing. So they are not AI. Let's be very fair about it. We are calling them as AIs, but they are not. Having said so, the solutions which have been built as AI, we are seeing two clear usage of this tech. One is the visible side and another is the invisible side. The visible side is all the creative outputs that we are seeing, some great personalization cases, some of the work, and especially some of the work that we have done, means with Ogilvy for Mondelez and with FCB for Royal Stag. In fact, this festive or World Cup, what we say, we just launched a campaign which is called Billion Videos for Billion Fans for Royal Stag. So this just happened right now. And these are very interesting use cases of how you can use AIs to actually tell stories more powerfully. Then there is the invisible part of the AI part, which is the backbone to a lot of campaign deployments, where how you optimize it better, how you measure better, how you do attributions better, which is running at the back end, making us more efficient. That's where the two big use cases are coming in. But yeah, I don't think so, because festive is such a small window.
But it wasn't a small window this year, no?
Yeah, it is. While it is true, but generally with the festival changing, the communication that you say also changes. And therefore, you cannot create one big, large one for covering all festivals. That will be injustice to India, to be honest, and the festivities that are there.
Yeah, but having said all of this, have you seen AI disrupt festival advertising and marketing spends, Anita?
So I think optimization is genuinely the new mantra. Like, Shekhar was saying, the entire intelligence that you're today using to figure out how am I optimizing my creative so that it gives me better results, which is the audience cohort that I'm looking at, where it's showing me, let's say at the bottom of the funnel, vis-a-vis an intent guy, vis-a-vis an awareness guy. How am I pulling that delta shift of my budgets into areas which are working? I think AI is being used very well over there for deployment. So you're able to kind of work on your media dollars a lot higher. And if you have that back end in place, that's great. Look at the other one which we talk about when we talk AI, recommendation engine. If you've seen that red pair of shoes that you've seen online, it's going to follow you throughout, right? So there is some intelligence that is happening with that field. Will you stop sending me that message when I've picked up that red shoe is the question, right? Because you've reached somewhere, but once I've purchased it, you still continue to show me the red shoe, which is the deterrent to the consumer. So the way I would look at it is saying optimization is the new mantra. You're using ROI in a big way to make the marketing dollars work a lot harder. And we've been using that, whether it is through visual search, whether it is voice search, etc. and everything. You're experimenting a lot with AI. You're trying to make use cases within your organizations to see where it's working, where it's not working. It started. Has it blown out of proportion as the new buzzword that everyone's talking about? I'll say it's still nascent. You need a lot of work to get done there.
Final words from all of you on, some of the key takeaways from this festival for the months that will follow. Rathi, let's begin with you.
If you don't mind, I want to dial back to the AI. I don't know if you have the time.
Go
I completely echo with all the three of them in terms of, that it is still nascent. There's a long way to go. But we are treating it a little differently. What we've decided is that it is something to look out for. It is, like Anita said, there is a lot of noteworthy case studies or work that we can do in this space, and we're testing it out. More importantly, we're actually looking at creating, doing better with our own business processes. Forget taking it across to the clients first, doing brand work. We're actually looking at how we can better our own processes. So from, again, the same question that you asked, this is something that we are looking forward to going, into the festive as well.
Yeah. Shekhar, key takeaways from the festival going forward?
I think going forward, what is necessary is we always see the blitzkrieg that happens in festive. It has happened. Advertisers have actually consolidated 2 quarters of budget clearly here to support, basically build on World Cup and also the festive. It is very important now how we actually sustain the momentum. The green shoots in the economy are perfect for us. Means things are good for India compared to any other country across the world.
Yeah.
We are the fastest growing economy, let's put it this way. And it's very important that we sustain the momentum and keep investing in right spaces. So and we are very prudent about the choices we make for our advertisers so that they see a stable growth. Because stable growth means that there will be investment back into the industry and into the market. So,
Anita, over to you, key takeaways?
So I think from my side, where I look at the festive season, what I would like to look at is where are the trends going to be moving going forward, right? If in this festive, over the pandemic, we saw a complete delta shift to digital, and hence we started seeing a lot more monies moving out. This year, we are going to say digital is going to become the #1 medium, followed by television. So whether it is festive or any other part of advertising buzz that we do, if you look at the sheer amount of time that's being sent by the consumer, and you follow the consumer to saying you were spending X delta hours on television, now you've moved it to Y on, let's say, digital, and now you've moved it to Z on OTT, the next big one is gaming. Right? Because many people are spending many hours on gaming today.
Yeah.
So whether it's festive or, it is, at the end, you're looking at eyeballs of the consumer. And if consumer is moving wherever in his consumer journey, if you are there at the right time with the right messaging and ensuring that you're giving him that touch point activated, I think you will have anyways monies coming in.
But having said that, which medium benefited from this year's festival
I would
season?
say digital.
Digital benefited.
Digital did.
In
I would
what
say it was
way?
a TV
In
plus
terms of-
digital combination. I'll be very honest. It's a TV plus digital combination. All the way that's worked across most of the advertisers. You've seen print suffer a little bit. Yes, there are a few of those higher pages that are happening these days with the print copies. But the combination that's really worked, I think, for the mantra for this year is TV plus digital.
I think
But
that's a combination
next year, I think print can recover with elections coming up for the country.
Yes, but will it be more on digital, or are you going to see actually physical print happening?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
Before we wrap, final words from you, Mohit.
So, one big trend that I see going forward is connected TV, and which is what Anita also spoke about, digital plus, OTT. And I think that trend has started emerging, and I see that percolating down to the smaller cities as well very soon. It's already started. We've done a study on how India buys, and we've realized that there is a huge amount of awareness around connected TVs and usage of connected TVs even in the smaller cities. It could be on smaller devices, it could be cheaper TVs, but this is a very big trend that I see going forward, becoming significantly big. And the other one is the geopolitical situation and the cautious optimism which is attached to it. I don't see situations getting better anytime soon in terms of the geopolitics. So we have to be very careful on the amount of monies that we are spending for our clients, and ROI is going to be absolutely critical, where even a television spot needs to be justified by the amount of sales that it created, and that's where data analytics, AI will all merge and come together to help us sell our plans to the client.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining us in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank
thank you so much.
Happy Diwali as
and
well.
happy Diwali.
Happy
again.
Diwali. With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for watching. We will be back same time next week. See you soon. And here is wishing you all a very happy Diwali.